Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gustav and today we're going to be talking about the man himself, IceManIsaac. A man that always keeps his cool. You get it? IceManIsaac, you know. But yes, back to this phenomenal streamer with a full beard, which I'm totally not jealous of. You guys asked me to cover him, to analyze his footage, so here it is. As you guys know me, before I forget, let's give credit where credit is due. Hence, I would like to give a big thanks to Mark, who first recommended me to cover IceManIsaac 2 weeks ago. Buddy, this video is for you. I hope you enjoy it. Today's video is going to be made up out of 3 sections. The first is general info, as always. Second, we're going to look at a gameplay, so we're going to analyze the full gameplay. And third, and not least, we're going to look at sus moments, suspicious clips that have been sent to me or that I have gotten my hands on. That being said, as always, I'll leave the timestamps right here in the video, so you can just skip back and forth to whichever section you like and are most interested in. So yeah, let's get to it. IceManIsaac, his current Activision ID is a user 16362493, currently sitting on a 3.32 KD, making him part of the top 0.5% of Warzone players worldwide. He's currently partnered with NRG, meaning that Huskers and Jowo are sort of his teammates. Coming to sort of another topic is he was making headlines recently concerning a tournament that he participated in. He had Swag and Booyah on his team. Booyah at one point of this clip decided to enter his helicopter. He left the helicopter, letting Booyah crash with the helicopter to his death. There was a huge controversy if that was against the rules or not. If you do not know the instance I'm referring to, I will show you right now a short clip.
A lot of people on top, 3 on top. Good. I got it.
Wait,
What happened?
they just sabotaged me. I don't know if that's a forfeit or a reset.
Look in the general chat. It was literally clarified in the rules. That's not sabotage. He chose to get into my vehicle.
Again, I will not dive too deep into this. However, let's get into the next section, which is let us actually analyze one of his gameplays. You guys know I'm a firm believer into analyzing the best gameplay. If somebody is not hacking at his best, at his peak, then most likely he's not hacking when he's at his lowest. So yeah, we're going to be looking at one of the gameplays that he posted already over 10 months ago. It's called the new best gun in Warzone, dropped 38 kills. As far as I'm concerned, 38 kills is still this day his kill record. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at this gameplay. Now, before really getting into it, I would like to state something first, and that is that I believe that IceManIsaac is a phenomenal player. He has great movement, great map awareness. I truly enjoy watching him. To make it also short and sweet, let me tell you right off the bat that he is not wall hacking. And I don't know how you guys feel. I'm not sure if you regularly watch him. However, when I look at his gameplay, it just seems to make sense. Like, there is nothing sus about how he moves, how he looks, how he turns. Like, compared to other streamers that I watch, I'm not going to name names, but especially if you have watched some of my recent videos, you will know who I'm talking about. But when I watch him, it just makes sense. Like, I can really well follow his strategy, his logic, and how he interacts with the map and his surrounding. That out of the way, we will be examining probably one of the most controversial things, which is his aim. Is it aimbot or is it pure skill? Let's find out. So let us get in the first clip. It's rolling as we speak. So here he sees a guy and gets him. Now, this is not a very sus clip, but you're gonna start to see a pattern. The pattern that I'm talking about is not that he snaps or that is just too sticky. However, his aim seems to be perfect till he downs the player. Then all of a sudden the recoil kicks in and his aim goes a little bit crazy. Now, a very similar clip is the following. Watch it, and after this clip, I will tell you what I'm sort of onto here.
One's dropped, one's landed.
Now, let's watch it one more time in slow-mo. Again, nothing really sus, but we're going to see this more frequently where he sort of sticks decently well to an enemy. But once they are behind something or once they actually get down, his aim just goes all over the place. Now, what does that actually imply? Now, if he uses aimbot, that would mean that every time when an enemy would leave his field of view circle, which is pretty much a circle, an imaginary circle that you can imagine yourself right here around the middle center of his aim. If an enemy leaves this circle, the aim just goes bonkers. The same applies for when people go down. For aimbot, there's a specific setting which you can set to that your aim is natural once the enemy goes down, meaning the aimbot only locks or can be on people that are alive, so to speak. Also, if we go down this road that we say that he is using aimbot, what we also have to say is that he's very clearly then toggling on and off. The reason I'm saying that is concerning these next couple of clips, which I'm going to show you, where his aim is just absolute dog shit.
Oh!
And from that, he then goes back to godlike, where it's just center chest. Like there.
Daddy Lions. Dang.
Oh, you're gonna slide camp
And like right there.
like that.
Now again, if we look at aimbot, I would like for you guys to understand something, and that is that with aimbot, it is easier to hit targets that are further away than enemies that are closer. And this has all to do with the field of view. To explain you this point, let's go to my iPad and I'll just sort of try to draw it a little bit just to make it easier for you guys to understand. So just for a second, imagine that this stick figure is the enemy, all right? This is currently the enemy. Now the red circle I'm gonna be painting now is gonna be the field of view, all right? Let's say that this is our field of view. Now the field of view will always stay the same except if you change it. But let's say this is the field of view. Now this guy, let's say that he is, what, 100 meters away? This field of view is gonna be then a very small field of view. Like it's gonna be as big as like the tip of my finger. But in reality, on your screen, you will probably see it this big. But yeah, this is just a drawing. So again, this field of view, okay, very small field of view. This dude is 100 meters away. He would fit perfectly in the circle, meaning that as long as he's in the circle, my aim is always going to try to be center chest on him, all right? So I'm going to hit most of the shots, all right? And again, the field of view goes wherever you hit it. So if it's center chest, it's always going to try to be around center chest. If you put that your aimbot should be on head, it's going to try to move up here. So you will actually miss more shots, which is interesting because most people think if you set it to head, you're going to get more shots. That's not the case. It actually just makes it look more obvious because, well, you just get headshots. However, let's say that this enemy is way closer, right? So he's going to be way bigger, right? Let's say like he's this big. Now, our field of view, again, does not change, meaning that if he's this close, all right, and we aim at him, it first of all takes longer. So the field of view is going to be center chest where it sort of wants to be. And you're going to hit less. So it's going to look pretty much natural. Because let's say it starts at the legs. The field of view is not going to do shit. Because the outside ring, all right, sort of this outside edge has to touch center chest for it to start dragging. So even if you are on the legs, it's not going to start dragging. Now, I'm not the best at explaining, but I hope you can see that the weight is way higher and it will take longer. Especially these streamers have a very slow aimbot, all right? So the aimbot would move very slowly, so it looks very natural. It should just be a little bit of assistance for most of these professional streamers. So it's gonna take way slower to go up, and normally these shorter interactions are like split seconds. So many times you don't have like a second for this like to move up. And if you start at the legs or you start at the head, it's going to take a lot of time to go down, all right? And most of the time, this interaction is already going to be over. So up close, many times, aimbot is not going to do such a great job as for players that are further away. Now, is this going to be the case for IceManIsaac? Not sure. I mean, there are some signs, but again, not sure. But let's look at a few more examples that I feel are going to highlight what I just said and my theory.
Top red.
Did not miss a bullet. Now, let's just jump a few seconds ahead. And he's gonna miss everything because the enemy is way closer. Do you see how his aim is totally different? Then he's gonna have again godlike aim where he does not miss anything because the enemy is quite far away. And now let's look at a close interaction. Gonna be very natural aim. Many shots at the feet,
New meta, bro.
lower stomach, nothing sus. One more time, like a perfect aim. He does not miss a bullet. At the moment the guy was dead, he snapped away. Let's watch this one more time. Let's actually even watch this in slow-mo. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, these are very small things that I have noticed. There is definitely a little bit of a pattern. That's also why it made me aware of these things. However, nothing of these things make me feel like he's really using aimbot. But you guys know me, if this would be all I have, I would not have made this video. So let's get into the juicy clip. So I'll first show it to you guys and then I'll break it down. Now, many of you might think that the sus part was how he shot through a wall. However, that was not it. It was the snap, as many of you probably also thought. Now, let us slow this footage down. He sees one guy and then he moves over. What makes this footage so sus is the fact that he does not move his hand. This guy plays on low sensitivity. He plays on mouse and keyboard. There should be no aim assist. Just for reference, before we proceed, look how much he has to move his hands for these small turns in this clip. Look directly at his hands, at his keyboard, at his mouse, and then let's make the comparison to the other clip. His reaction came after the snap. And this concludes the gameplay analysis. Now, for the next section, we're going to be looking at some sus clips that were sent to me. There's one clip in particular that got clipped a couple of times where people felt that he is using something. But let's take a look and then I'll tell you what I believe about this clip. So the clip at hand is called on his Twitch Wall Hacks. It's also clipped under Isaac is Hacking. And yeah, it's just the same clip. It was clipped like 4 or 5 times. Let's take a look.
What? Yo? What?
Let's really quick go back just so we can see this again.
What? Yo. What?
So I stopped it right here so you can see what's going on. Now, everybody that knows my channel, everybody that knows a little bit about hacks knows this was just a game glitch. This has nothing to do with wall hacks. I think most likely the people that clipped that do not know much about hacks. Yeah, I don't think this needs more breakdown, but it definitely surprised me how many people actually clipped that. This brings this video to an end. My verdict on it, is he using wall hacks? Absolutely not. To the thing that we analyzed in this video, does he use aimbot? There's one clip where he moved his hand after making sort of the snap. It's a little bit suspicious. I do not know if he has on his keyboard like a drag or a delay. Maybe that would sort of explain it. That for me was by far the most sus moment. Concerning his aim, if he's using aimbot, and with what I explained before, it could be the case. If that is the case, it must be one of the lowest aimbot settings I've ever seen. If I'm being true and honest, I believe that he is just better with far distance enemies than close up, so probably he panics a little bit in the closer situations. But if that would not be the case, then yeah, I think we might be onto something here. Again, let me know if you think that what I found could be the case. Does he have a low aimbot setting, or is it pure skill? That being said, I hope that you also enjoyed this video. My name is GUSTAV, and I'm out.